Deja Brew again, back with another beer review. Today, we've got Tiger. Obviously, a completely different aesthetic. I am in Singapore right now for work. It's sunsetting. The lighting is not amazing right now. It just is what it is. I had to get a Tiger beer in. That it's mostly made here in Singapore. These guys are owned by Heineken, or like the Heineken Asia Pacific group. So you've got to. It's been a hot day. I've been out and about. I've had a lot of meetings. I went for a jog. I ran 3Ks in 31 degree heat and 80% humidity. So I'm pumped for a beer. I am very pumped for a beer. I haven't had Tiger. I don't think I've ever had a Tiger beer. So I'm kind of excited for this. Is it going to be great? Do I have high expectations? No. No, I do not. And that's fine. That's fine. But however, I am in the mood for a beer. I've done the jog. I've done the work all day. I could really use this. I'm not expecting too much flavor to come out of it. And that might be a good thing in the mood that I am right now. So this Advantage Tiger beer with this beer review. Let's give it the can rip. Oh, that's a great can rip. That's a ripper can rip. It smells like a Heineken lager, kind of, that European style. This is the only cup that I've got. It's a drink bottle. It's a plastic drink bottle because they're looking to save on waste. So I'm just going to tip it a little bit out. I'll drink it from the cup, but I just want to give everyone a bit of an idea of the colour. So we'll just let that sit for a second. But that's roughly what we're dealing with here. I know it's not perfect. Again, I'm on the road. I'm just doing the best that I can do for the beer review here. We're obviously not going to add points for head. It looks like a pretty clean, crisp lager. A little bit of cloud in there, just a tiny, tiny bit. But that's pretty much it. I'm not expecting the world from this beer. So let's go smell. Smell a little bit of that fake lemon that you get in some of those mass-produced lagers. I definitely get a bit of that citrus smell. That smells a bit chemically made, then brewed from hops or something organic that comes through. So let's give this a whirl, or something in the malt or the sugar that's in there. It definitely smells like sugar, but let's whirl. Let's give this a sip. Let's not wait. Cheers, everyone. It's been a day. It's hot. Cheers. Okay, like I said, Advantage Tiger. I am in the optimum conditions for this beer. If I was back home in Australia and I had this, especially in winter, I would be like, there's no real flavor here. It just tastes like it's a sweeter, unflavored lager. That's pretty much all I can really say. Like, I definitely pick up notes of sweetness, and you can tell by that whenever you have sugar, especially if you're needing something, your mouth salivates because glucose is the first thing that your body breaks down once you put it in your mouth. I'm getting that immediately with this beer, that I usually don't get with a lot of the beers that I try, especially when you get into the craft beers. It's not really like a flavored malt sweetness. It's sugar. It really does taste like some sort of sweetener. There isn't much of a lemon taste. Maybe a tiny bit just at the end there. There's not really a bitter finish. It kind of just goes. It doesn't linger around on the tongue. There's not a lot of flavor to this beer. However, we are here. It is hot. Am I going to rate this ridiculously high? No, but it's probably a perfect beer for this climate. I could very much imagine a hard day at work, having one of these in a balcony somewhere, especially if you work outside, or I was going to say yard work, but we're in Singapore, no one has a yard. But if you are doing a bit out and about, you want a nice cold beer at the end of the day, this is going to fit what you want. There's definitely a market for this here. It is hot, it is humid, and this cuts through that in a real major way that I don't think it would happen at home. I'd be very curious to try this in Canberra. If I still have the same feelings, I feel like I wouldn't. There isn't a heavy chemical aftertaste. There's it's that sweetness. It definitely tastes artificial. There's a little bit of citrus with it. That's also artificial. The rest of it, I'm not really getting any wheat. I'm not really getting any barley. I'm not getting too much of a lager finish. I'm getting a tiny bit of it. It's crisp in the mouth. It goes away very quickly. It probably starts to edge into what a dry is more than a lager, I'd say, because the lager taste you're meant to kind of really ferment and it's meant to really sit there. It doesn't taste like it's been fermented very long. That's probably something to do with the heat where it's brewed. So yeah, that's the beer pretty much. It's perfect for this climate. Hot day. If you are traveling and you're on holiday, you're not going to hate this beer. But if you're at home and it's a cold climate place, or you haven't really done much during the day, and you have this and you really want a beer with a bit of flavor, a bit of punch, a bit of pizzazz, you're not getting it from this. You're just not. But if you're just wanting to, I'm still hydrated all day, so this isn't using to hydrate myself. But if you just want something to just take the edge off, it's perfect. It's perfect for that. In saying that, I'm going to give it, a 61 out of 100. Again, I'll give it a bit higher. I'll give it a 64 out of 100. It is perfect conditions for me to be rating this beer right now. I really want to give it higher, but I've got to really say that it's not doing a lot. I rate all beers the same. So your pale ales, your hazies, even your traditional German lagers or your Czech lagers give me so much more flavor than this lager does. But for the climate, it's perfect. So if you're just rating for beers after work on Singapore or maybe Thailand, where I'm going next, you'd give it a much higher rating. You'd definitely go seek it out. But if you're at the bottle shop and you're just looking to choose something and you're at home, you don't really need to get this. You're not getting much flavor out of it. Anyway, that's the whole video. That is the beer review. I know the lighting's weird. I had a delay in there for about 2 weeks. Work got crazy and I had some health issues. Nothing crazy, just way life throw things at you sometimes. But obviously, the videos are well and truly on track again, and I can't foresee any issues there. I'm heading to a brewery tomorrow. By the time this video comes up, but heading a brewery tomorrow, which is a microbrewery on the 33rd floor of a building. I believe it's the highest storied brewery that exists. I don't think there's breweries that high up anywhere else in the world. So that's kind of cool. Check that out. And then when I'm in Thailand, I'll try some other beers. I might try to fit in one more beer when I'm in Singapore. But yeah, like I said, after a hard day's work, oh boy, this is great. But I think that's the only time and place for it. That's the whole video. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button if you did like it. Subscribe. It really does help me out. It honestly, it gives me the most motivation. I just see that one go up. And it really does just, okay. It's a bit of validation. Comment down below if there's a beer that you want me to try. I do random a lot of the beers that I get, unless I'm in the country of origin for them. So, but if you've got any references or anything that you want me to try, I will find it, I'll source it, and we can do a review there. And it's a fun way of doing stuff. And if you've got a friend that would like this, then, just flick it over to them. Hey, do you want to see an Australian having a midlife crisis that is now doing beer review videos? If so, I have the channel for you. If you don't like that, then there's not really much else that this channel has. But yeah, that's it. Anyway, original lager, Heineken, Asia Pacific region. So many people own this beer. It's actually lunacy. It's split between so many different companies to get over here. But yeah, they just say the Heineken, Asia Pacific. I think it's just easier. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Bye.